Hi there, welcome to our first VON Simcoe County Smart Exercise Program YouTube video. I'm Jen McClellan, coordinator of the SMART program in the Barrie area. As a reminder, not all exercise is suitable for everyone. To reduce the risk of injury, consult your doctor before beginning this or any exercise program. The instruction is in no way intended as a substitute for medical counseling. VON disclaims any liabilities or loss in connection with this exercise video and advice herein. So please exercise with caution. No exercise should hurt, so make sure you are always working within your own limits. Before we get started, I have a few directions for you. You should have a sturdy chair to use for support. You could also use your kitchen counter to hold on to. If you have any throw rugs or mats, please remove them from the area that you are exercising in. Find your running shoes and put them on before you start. Grab a glass of water and put it somewhere close where you can reach it. If you need to, you can pause this video while you get everything set up. Last of all, let's have fun staying active together. Okay. I'm just going to put my chair here beside me. If you need to stand behind it, feel free to do so. Let's start with a nice gentle march. We're just trying to warm up our body before we get moving a bit quicker. I know it's difficult to exercise sometimes without music, so if you have some music, you can always put your music on at your house or your apartment. Excellent. If you need to do the marching, you can always do it seated from your chair or standing. Remember to work to your own ability. Okay, let's take a couple of big deep breaths and blow it out. And again. One more. We're going to work through our joints, just warming ourselves up, looking over our shoulder and slowly switching it to looking over the other shoulder. And back over again, and back over to the other side. Looking back straight ahead, let's do some shoulder shrugs. Excellent. 3 more to go. And last one. Let's roll those shoulders to the front. And one more, and roll them to the back. And one last one. Let's get those arms up, and we're just going to bring them out to the sides and back in again. Excellent. And 3 more. And last one. Excellent. Let's bring those arms out in front of us and just do some wrist circles. And switch and go the opposite direction. Let's make some fists in and out. And one more time. Let's sit down for the next couple of exercises. When you're seated, try and have your best posture. We're going to start with one leg and bringing it out to the side and back in, switching over to the other leg. These are called our hip outs. Let's do 2 more on each side. And last one. For the next exercise, you might have to sit back in your chair a little bit, and we're just going to bring one leg straight out in front of us and alternating between those legs. Let's do 2 more on each side. And last one. Let's bring one foot back up and let's do some ankle circles. Try and keep the movement as much as possible in your ankle and not moving your whole leg. Let's switch and go the opposite direction. And one more. Let's put that foot down and bringing the other foot up, same thing. Just keeping this range of motion in our ankles. And switch and go the opposite direction. Excellent. Let's put both feet flat on the floor, and we're going to come up on those tippy toes and down nice and flat. Back up, down nice and flat. Back up. Excellent. Let's do 2 more. And last one. All right, we're going to do the same thing except bringing our toes up. So feet started on the flat of the floor, flat on the floor. And 2 more. Excellent. We've worked our way through all the joints, so let's get going on our cardio section. Again, if you need to stand behind your chair, feel free, or standing beside it, or if you need to do it seated. And let's start marching. We're going to try and keep our cardio section going for about 10 to 15 minutes. If you need to take a break at all, try and keep moving, and you can have a drink of water. We just don't want to come to a sudden stop. Excellent. Let's bring those knees up a little bit higher than usual. All right, let's stop those legs, and we're going to do some walking arms. Excellent. Just getting that real range of motion in your arms, trying to slowly get our heart rate up. And let's do some running arms. Try and go as quickly as you can. Excellent. Let's go back to bringing those knees up again a little bit higher than usual. Hopefully you're starting to warm up a little bit. Excellent. Let's stop those legs and go back to some walking arms again. And running arms. You're doing great. And let's bring those feet back in. All right, let's tap our heel out in front of us. Should be starting to warm up a little bit now. All right, let's tap that heel beside us. Hopefully you have some good tunes on for doing the exercises today. And let's march it in place. And remember, if you need a break at any time, try and keep moving a little bit. You can always do these exercises seated in your chair as well. All right, coming up next, we're going to toe tap to the front and go. Excellent, and let's march it out in place. And let's tap the toe to the side. And march it out in place. As you're doing the cardio exercises, you should still be able to talk. You don't want to be so out of breath that you're not able to talk. So if you're not quite sure, or you're by yourself, you have nobody to talk to, maybe you could sing a song or talk to your pet. And let's tap that toe out behind us now. Again, if you need to hold on to that chair in front of you, please do so. I've removed mine so you get a better look at what to do. Excellent. And let's march it out in place. I'm going to move my chair a little further to the side. Keep marching. And let's march it out a little bit wider than usual. You can go as wide as you feel comfortable to go. And back in narrow. And let's take it out wide again. Excellent, and back in narrow. We're going to do that one more time. So let's get ready to take it out wide. Taking it back in narrow. Excellent. Next, we're going to repeat some of those same movements, but we're going to give you the choice to add in your arms. If it's too much to add in your arms, you can stick with just your legs, or if your legs have had enough, you can use just your arms. So let's tap that heel out in front to start with. And if you want to add your arms in, you can push in front of you, maybe towards the ground. Again, remember you can either do just your arms, just your legs, or all together. And let's march it out in place. The next movement coming up is going to be out to the side. So let's tap that heel out to the side. If you want to add your arms in, you can swing your arms out to the side with your foot. Again, or sticking to just your legs or just your arms. Always considering to work to your own level, and everybody's different. And if you're doing this on your own in your apartment or your house, you have nobody to compare to. So really just concentrating on yourself and what you can handle. And let's march it out in place again. All right, coming up next, we're going to do our toe taps to the front. So tapping that toe to the front. And if you want to add your arms in, you can do a push to the middle. You're doing great. And let's march it out in place again. Next, we're going to tap our toe to the side. If you want to add your arms in, you can do that. Excellent. 3, 2, 1, and marching it out in place again. All right, the next movement is going to be tapping that toe behind us. So tapping it behind you. If you want to add your arms in, you can do a push to the sky. Excellent. And let's march it out in place again. If you know what's behind you and you have the space to do it and you feel safe, you can take a few steps backwards and a few steps forward. If you have the ability in your house, you could always do a loop around through your kitchen, into your dining room, and back into the spot where you're exercising. If you feel safe to do so. All right, let's slow it down a little bit here. We're not coming to a straight stop, we're just keeping a little bit of movement here, but slowing it down as our heart rate starts to decrease a little bit. And we go into our cool down. Just a little bit longer here at a nice slow pace. And excellent. Let's stop those feet. We're going to stand about hip width apart and just maybe move your from side to side, just so we're still moving just a little bit here. Okay, we're slowly going to keep that movement going, and slowly we're going to look over our shoulder. Again, working our way through all of our joints, switching over to the other side. And back over again, one more time in each direction. And back over. Looking straight ahead, let's do a couple of shoulder shrugs. Let's do two more. Last one. And rolling those shoulders to the front. You can keep your legs stationary now if you'd like. Two more times to the front and roll it to the back. And last one. Let's bring our arms up and out to the sides. And three more to go. Last one. Let's bring those wrists in front again. Just rotating them and switching and going the opposite direction. Let's do a couple of fists in and out. Let's touch each finger to our thumb. Excellent. All right, let's sit down for the next couple of exercises. Now's a great time to grab a drink of water so you stay hydrated. All right, let's have a seat in our chair. Standing up, sitting up, not standing up, sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to extend one leg and switching it to the other. Let's do one more time on each side. And your feet flat on the floor. We're going to do our bringing one foot up and pointing that foot away from us and then bringing it back towards. Pointing it away and pointing it towards our body. Excellent. Let's do two more. And last one. Putting that foot down, bringing the other foot up, doing the same thing. Pointing it away and bringing it back towards you. And last one. The next one we're going to do is a version of our Charleston. If you're used to that exercise already, let's keep our heels together and just bring our toes out and back in. Excellent. Let's do it 2 more times. Now let's keep our toes together and bring our heels out and back in. Let's do it 2 more times. Excellent. Now let's take one foot and do the Charleston, heel to toe, as far as you feel comfortable, all the way out and back in, all the way out again and back in. Let's switch it to the other foot. This just really gets that range of motion in your ankle. You want your ankles to be able to handle anything in terms of stability-wise. Okay, let's keep our feet together, and we're going to do the Charleston at the same time. Both feet at the same time. If you want to add the arms in, you can always do that. I know we have fun at the classes with that. One more time out, and back in. Okay. We're going to go into some of our strength exercises. The first one is everybody's favorite, I always say. I'm not always so sure about that. We're going to do our sit to stand. I'm going to do 10 today, but if you can do more at home, feel free to do more. If you can do a few less than that and that's best for you, that's fine too. So the things you want to keep in mind is that your ankles are below your knees. Your knees are staying apart from each other. You don't want them coming in together as you're sitting down. And you want to keep your nose over your toes as you're sitting down rather than your head coming forward. We're going to sit very slowly to the count of 4. So up we go, and we're going to sit down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Remember, we never want to plunk into the chair. We want to do it nice and slow and controlled. 4, 3, 2, 2. Back up again. 4, 3, 2, 3. 4, 3, 2, and 4. 4, 3, 2, 5. We're halfway there. Keep it going. Excellent. That was 6. 4, 3, 2, and 7. 4, 3, 2, and 8. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 9. Last one. Let's count down from 5 this time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Good work. Let's get our arms out in front of us, and we're going to do our row. So bringing our elbows back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Excellent. We're going to do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's put those arms down. We're going to bring them back up again, and this time we're pushing away from us. Sometimes in some of our classes we use the band for these exercises. If you know how to do that, feel free to. In upcoming videos, we will be adding in some of the TheraBands. And 1 more. Excellent. We're going to repeat those same 3 exercises again. So let's get up from that chair again, and we're going to sit for 4, 3, 2, and 1. 4, 3, 2, and 2. We're going to do 10 again, but again, if that's too many, make sure you work to your own level and do as many as you feel comfortable to do, even if it's just 1 or 2. Excellent. That's number 5. 4, 3, 2, and 6. 4, 3, 2, and 7. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 8. 4, 3, 2, and 9. Last one. This time we're going to count down from 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Let's get those arms out in front, and we're going to row back the other way. Back to the other side of the lake. Dreaming of the summer. 2 more. And last one. Let's put those arms down again, back up into our chest press. Imagine that you're pushing against something, whether it's a wall or the floor. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Excellent. The next few exercises we're going to do standing up. Again, this is a good time to get a drink of water if you need it. I'm going to use the chair a little bit so you have an idea of what that's supposed to look like. So, holding on to the chair, standing up nice and tall. You want your upper body to stay as tall as possible. So let's bring one foot out to the side. Try and keep your toe pointing forward. We're going to alternate between these legs. Excellent. Slowly up and slowly down. Be mindful of your upper body that you're not doing this. You want to make sure that upper body stays nice and tall the whole time. We're going to do 2 more on each leg. And last one. Excellent. We're going to switch over to our arms and we're going to do an exercise for our triceps, touching our same shoulder and bringing that arm up, staying on the same arm. If you can't get your arm all the way back there, you can always touch the back of your head, the top of your head, or even your forehead if that's what you're capable of. Let's do 2 more. And putting that arm down, let's bring the other arm up. Same thing. Let's do 3 more. And last one. Holding on to that chair, I'm going to turn mine a little to the side so you can see this exercise. We're going to come down to our legs and we're again staying nice and tall with the upper body, bringing the leg out behind us and back in, switching between the legs. Excellent. You should feel this one in your behind. We're almost there. Let's do 2 more on each leg. And last one. Let's do a nice gentle march just to loosen things up a little bit, and then we're going to repeat those same 3 exercises again. Excellent. Let's bring those feet to a stop, holding on to your chair, bringing that leg out and back in, switching over to the other. Good work. Let's do 4 more on each leg. And 2 more. And last one. Okay, coming back to those arms, let's repeat that tricep exercise. Just give you a different view. And let's switch that over to the other arm. Same thing. And last one. Coming back down to the legs, we're going to repeat that same exercise where we're reaching back. So bringing that leg back and in, onto the other and in. And let's go for 1 more on each leg. And back to a nice gentle march. Just to shake it out a little bit. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is our hamstring curl for the back of your upper leg. Again, holding on to the chair as need be and not much movement in that upper body. You're going to bend at the knee, bringing the heel towards your bottom. You're coming slowly up and slowly down. It's not about how quickly you do these exercises in the strength component, because we're not working on cardio right now, but on our strength. And it's better to do that nice and slow and controlled for our classes. Let's do one more time on each leg. Excellent. Now we're going to do our bicep curls. So let's have our palms facing forward. You can make them into a loose fist if you want. Your elbows stay put right at your side, and you're just going to bend those arms up. Hands up towards your shoulders. You notice that my elbows are not lifting. They're staying in the same spot. They're just bending. It is helpful to imagine something in your hands that you might be pulling up. Maybe it's cans of soup, or maybe it's bags of potatoes. Let's do one more here. All right, let's go back down to our legs. The next one we're going to do is we're going to come up on our tippy toes. We're going to come up kind of quickly and down for the count of 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up nice and quick, down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up, 4, 3, 2. Up, 3, 2. That's 4. Up again, 4, 3, 2, and 5. 4, 3, 2, and 6. 4, 3, 2, and 7. 4, 3, 2, and 8. All right, now we're going to switch and we're going to get those toes up. So you're bringing those toes up. If you feel comfortable, you can bring them up together. If not, you could do one foot at a time. So bringing them up together. The main thing to concentrate on this one is that your behind and your back are staying nice and straight. You're not bending at the hip to bring those toes up higher. You should feel this in the front of your lower legs. Let's do 2 more here. Last one. All right, let's do a nice gentle march again. All right, we're going to repeat those same couple of exercises. So again, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. We're going to do our hamstring curl. Excellent. 4 more to go on each leg. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Let's repeat those bicep curls. Again, elbows stay right at your side, bringing them up towards your shoulder. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. Let's do 2 more here. And last one. Okay, back down to those feet. Let's come up on those tippy toes. Down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then let's change it up and bring those toes up. Down flat. Back up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing those toes up and flat. Back up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Down. Up. 4, 3, 2, back up and down. This is number 5. 4, 3, 2, and back up. Number 6. 3, 2, 1. Bringing those toes up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing those toes up and flat. Last one. Up, down for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's get those toes up. Let's do a nice gentle march. Again, just to kind of loosen everything up. If you need to grab water, now's a good time. And the next set of exercises we're going to do are some of our balance exercises. So it's really helpful to have your chair or the kitchen counter available for this so that you have something to hold on to if you need that for your balance. All right, let's stop those legs. We're going to come behind one side of our chair, standing up nice and tall, and let's just step side to side very slowly, holding on with both hands or one hand or one finger, or you can hover your hands as well, whatever you feel is best for you. Let's go one more time in each direction, nice and slow. Now we're going to do a similar movement, but we're going to bring one leg up as if we're stepping over something. So bringing that leg up and over. I'm going to put my chair a little to the side so you have a better look. Bringing that leg up and over, and the other one up and over. Back over. You could imagine all the things you could be stepping over. It could be getting out of the bathtub or shower. Could be stepping over a little dog. Hopefully not a snowbank. And one more time back and over. Okay, the next one we're going to do is we're going to put our feet about hip width apart, and we're just going to bring our body weight, swaying it from side to side. To make it a little more challenging, you can come up on your toe on the side that you're not standing on, just keeping a little bit of a sway. Let's go one more time in each direction. Okay, if you want to make it a little harder, you can always take one foot a little bit off the ground. Again, your chair is there. It should be in front of you if you need it. Mine is to the side so you get a better view of what that might look like. Let's do one last one. All right, your feet are back flat on the floor. The next one we're going to do is our tandem stance. So typically we do this as a one foot in front of the other. If that's a challenge, you can always offset your feet a little bit, or you can make a puzzle piece and put your heel into the arch of your shoes and have your feet a little bit closer together that way. Whatever is easier for you, or not easier, but whatever is best met for your challenge, the challenge that you're looking for. So let's have one foot in front of the other, or whichever variation you've chosen. Standing up nice and tall, making sure your body weight is equally on both feet, and we're just going to hold that. If you've been holding it since I started talking, you've been holding it for a while. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to switch those feet around and put the other foot in front. Same thing, your body weight is equally over both feet. You can hold on to your chair if you need to with both hands, one finger, covering your hands, or no hands at all. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to do that one more time with each direction, with each foot at the front. Holding that again. If you want a bit of an added challenge, you can try and look around a little bit. When you're putting another sensory input in, it does make it a little bit more challenging, but you only need to do that if you feel like that would be helpful to you, and add a little bit more challenge. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch those feet around again for the last one. This time, if you want a little bit more challenge, you can try and make a simple arm movement. I'm going to turn so you can see. Why don't we do some wrist circles at the same time? If you feel like you need to hold on, you can always do wrist circles with one hand, and then hold on, and then with the other hand. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to do one more balance one, and this is our single leg stand. So you're going to hold on as little or as much as you need to, bringing one foot up off the ground. It doesn't really matter where that one foot is. The point is you are standing on just one leg. If that is too tricky, you could do where you have your toe on the ground on the back leg. It just makes it a little bit trickier than standing on two legs, but not quite as hard as one leg. Excellent. Hopefully you were holding this the whole time I was talking. And so now we're going to count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. We're going to do the same thing this time with the other leg. So bringing one foot up off the ground and standing on one leg. Try and keep that upper body nice and tall if you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's put that foot down. Just shake it out a little bit. We're going to do that one more time on each leg. So bringing one foot up and standing on one leg. Again, if you need an added challenge, you can try and look around the room. Look at one of your walls. Look at the ceiling. Maybe down to the ground. Over to another wall. Back to the middle. Let's do that again. Over to the side. Up to the roof or the ceiling. Down to the ground. And over to the other side. And let's put that foot down. Excellent work. One last foot to go and we are done with our single leg stand. This time, for an added challenge, you can bring the foot that's off the ground ahead of you and try and write your name in the air with your toes. Getting a bit of ankle range of motion, plus you're doing a bit of dual tasking, two things at the same time, plus a little bit of movement while you're standing on one leg. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's put that foot down. So in one of our standard SMART classes, now would be the time when we would usually do some exercises with a ball. But unfortunately, I know a lot of you may not have a ball at home. So at this point, I am going to go into our cool down flexibility. So find that seat again. Let's sit up nice and tall in your chair. And we're going to slowly dip our chin down to our chest. Make sure you've got great posture for this so you can feel a stretch across your neck and across your shoulders. And we're going to hold that. If you don't feel anything, you may need to just sit up a little bit taller. We're going to hold that for 10 more seconds. Excellent. Let's bring that head back up. We're going to put our arms hanging down at the sides of our chair and bringing our ear down to our shoulder. Keep your shoulders down and relaxed. You don't want your shoulder coming up to your ear. You want your ear coming down to your shoulder. Your chin, as much as possible, should be pointing straight forward. Excellent. Let's slowly bring that head back up and bring it down to the other side. You should feel a stretch right in here. It should not hurt, so make sure you're stretching the neck as it feels comfortable to do so. And let's bring that head back up again. This time we're going to clasp those hands together, rounding them out. We like to call this hugging a tree. Just rounding out your shoulders, pushing your arms forward a little bit. You should feel this through the back, your upper back, and in through your shoulders as well. And we're just going to hold that. We're thinking about hugging a tree, maybe not a person right now. Maybe we're thinking about it. All right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's put those arms down. We're going to bring them back up into our chest stretch, or we call this the stick 'em up. Squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. Let's take some nice deep breaths. And blow it out. One more deep breath. Excellent. Let's put those arms down. We're going to bring one arm back up, touching our same shoulder. The other arm can come up to support that. You should feel a stretch in through the back of your arm here. Again, it shouldn't hurt. And we're just going to hold that for another 10 seconds or so. Excellent. Let's bring that arm down, and let's bring the other arm up. Same thing. You may notice one arm is more flexible than the other, or one leg is more flexible than the other. That is normal. Just always make sure you're working in a way that is not causing you any pain. Although you do want to feel a bit of a stretch. When you're stretching, it shouldn't hurt. And let's bring that arm down. Excellent. We're going to go into some lower body stretches. So sitting forward in your chair, and I might need to move mine back a bit, I'm going to extend one leg out. Okay? And I'm going to rest my hands on my bent leg, and the idea of this one is to feel a pull or a stretch in your hamstring. So your toes should be pointing up towards the ceiling. If you need to lean forward a little bit, make sure that you're hinging at your hip. We don't want to be curling our spine when we're doing this. So the arms are there to support your upper body, and you're just leaning forward until you feel a nice stretch in your hamstring, and you may also feel a little bit in your shin or your calf as well. Okay, we're going to hold that for a little bit longer. Excellent. On that same leg, we're going to now drop those toes to the ground. You can sit up tall for this one. So your toes are coming forward this time, and you should feel a stretch in your shin in the front of your lower leg. And again, we're just going to hold that. Try and keep your upper body having nice posture as well. Excellent. Let's bring that foot in. We're going to extend the other leg, starting with the toes pointing to the ceiling. Hands on the bent leg, coming a little bit forward. When you put your hands on your bent leg, you never want to push on the actual joint. You want those hands to be pushing or supporting yourself by holding onto the muscle rather than the knee joint. You should never be pushing it right on the joint. And just holding that for a little bit longer. Excellent. Let's bring those toes down to the ground. And again, you can sit up nice and tall again. You don't have to put your hands on for support. They can just be resting nicely there. And feeling that pull across the front of your lower leg. Excellent. Almost done. All right, the last two exercises we're going to do from a standing position, the last couple of stretches. So we're going to do a stretch for our hip flexor. So we're going to extend one leg back, your toe is on the ground, and you're just going to tilt this hip a little bit forward. You should feel a pull right in here. This is a great one if you do find yourself sitting a lot, that you could do periodically just to stretch out that hip flexor, and you feel it a little down into your quad muscle as well. But make sure that back leg is up on the toe if you can help that for a little bit of traction. All right, let's switch it over to the other leg. Same thing. Toe pointed on the ground, and then just tilting that hip a little bit forward, trying to still keep pretty tall, keeping your good posture. Excellent. All right, let's bring that foot in. The last one that we're going to do is our calf stretch. So you're going to have one foot forward and one foot back. your front knee is bent, but notice it doesn't come past my toes. You don't want to be having your knee way out like this, because then the weight is again on the joint. So you want to make sure that your knee is not going past your toes. Your back leg is nice and straight. Both feet are flat on the floor and pointing straight forward. If you feel like you can't help getting that knee ahead, you may have to take a little bit of a step back with that back leg. And you should feel this stretch in your calf on the back leg there. So the back of your lower leg. Okay, let's stand up nice and tall and switch to the other leg. Same thing. Again, making sure that that knee is not coming past your toes. Your upper body stays nice and tall. And we're going to hold that. We're on the home stretch now. All right, so let's stand up nice and tall, and we're going to take a couple of big, deep breaths. And we're going to blow it out. And again. One last one. And blow it out. And my favorite, let's give ourselves a pat on the back for a job well done. Thank you for tuning in to our first Smart Exercise video on YouTube. And make sure you check back on our Smart channel on YouTube, as we will be adding more exercise routines in the coming days. Thanks so much. Bye.